What is up, guys? It is Luke here, and today we are just taking a quick look at this, which of course is the NovaTech Vortex. I looked around on the internet, there's not a lot on this case. I'm actually upgrading now from a Mars case, but I want to show you guys this because I think it's pretty cool, and I know a lot of people are going to want to see it, so yeah, bear with me. We're going to crack this open here and we're going to have a quick look. So it doesn't really look like it matters what we do with this packaging here. We're going to need to make a hole in it anyway to get the system out, so we're going to go ahead and just tear this down the middle here, and I'm going to get you guys to have a good look at the case so you can see exactly what's going on. But it does look so far to be an amazing case, and of course this was actually not expensive. For those of you guys who don't know, this case is actually based off the Corsair 400 series. I think it's the carbide series, I'm not sure. But first off, let's have a quick look at the front. So you guys are going to be able to see, when I put this up here, you can see the front of the case. Of course, we have the NovaTech branding here at the front, which is really nice. We've got 4 5¼ inch bays here, and that looks to be it for the front. Or we can push right here, and actually this front panel here is going to come off. And this is a nice little dust filter. And as you can see, we have 2 really nice NovaTech fans in here. I believe these are 120mm fans. So they're going to be kind of in the middle between pulling in nice amounts of air and also going to be relatively quiet. That's assuming there's no vibration, but it looks to me like it's going to be absolutely fine. The fans themselves actually feel really good. They don't feel cheap and nasty. They actually feel like they're made of good material. So to put this back on, hopefully we're just going to slide this back down in the front here, just like that. And then we're going to push that back, and that's back on. So if we go over to the side, we're going to see the right hand side of the case now. You can see it's a very plain design here, and we have of course a cutout here for what looks like you'd be able to fit maybe two 120mm fans, maybe not, maybe a bit smaller, maybe 80mm, or maybe a smaller rad down the side here. If you wanted to go with the water cooling option, you could fit a radiator. Let's have a quick look at the back. We have yet another pre-installed fan here from NovaTech, which looks very nice. As you can see, there are actually 2 sets of mountings here. As you can see by the little dips and divots here and here, there is actually fitting for a 120mm or a 140mm fan in the back here. Now I believe this is actually a 140mm fan included, which is good because it will actually provide more air. Not really sure about the noise, but I'm pretty damn sure it's going to be very quiet. And so here we can see we have 4 holes for water cooling. This case is water cooling ready. This is a full-size tower as well, so I can't wait to take a look at the inside. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 PCI slots at the back here, or you know, room to put like video cards, and I have a 6870, so I'm actually going to be taking up 2 of these right off the bat. We have our I/O hole right here, you know, for the I/O shield for the motherboard, and right at the bottom here, you guys can see this is indeed a bottom-mounted power supply. So we're going to turn it over so you guys can see this side of the case now, and you can see that there is room for 2 120mm fans here. This is more like 2 120mm, so I'm not really too sure what this would be on the side here, but definitely this is 2 120mm fans. And again, we've got the same on the other side here, as you can see straight through the case. It looks really, really nice. So we can take a look at the bottom of the case real quick, and we can see straight away that we have actually 2 filters at the bottom. Now you'll notice that it's got feet, and that's because it is a bottom mounted power supply, and obviously you're going to need room for the power supply to be able to suck in air through the bottom of the case without, you know, having any air restriction there, because otherwise the power supply is going to overheat and that's going to shut your system off, and that's not good. So hopefully by the time you're buying a case like this, you're going to have a modular power supply, because that is going to make this so much easier in terms of cable management. So we've got 2 removable filters here. We'll show how they work. This one is just going to slide out the back there like that, and this one here is just going to pull out, I believe. I don't want to do it because there's no need. Yeah. So let's take a look at the top of the case. The top of the case looks very nice, actually. Lean this forward so you guys can see. Right here we have a eSATA port right at the front here. We also have your microphone and your kind of headset or headphone jacks right there. We also have 2 USB 3.0s here, and we also have 2 USB 2.0s. We also have a fan speed controller at the top here, which is really nice. And of course over here we have the power button and we have the reset button. So let's pop this case open, let's have a look. I forgot to mention, guys, at the top here you can see it's like a mesh kind of, and now at the back there's a lever here. We're just going to pull this lever out once I remove this tape, and we're going to pull this, and that's actually going to come right off there, and that feels really nice actually. inside there's like, you guys probably won't be able to see it because my camera's not that great, but there is like a meshy material there, and it's really fine. I'm pretty sure dust isn't going to get through that, but certainly a lot of airflow. So you can always just blow through it and see, and plenty came out there. So you can see here at the top now, we actually have room for what I presume to be, let me just check the mounting holes here. I believe this could actually be two 120s or maybe even two 140 mils. I'm going to go ahead and say two 120s to be safe, but there are extra mounting holes which would suggest two 140 mils will also work, which means if you're water cooling, you could also fit a 240mm radiator in here, or you could even fit a 280mm in here, providing that these are indeed 140mm mounting holes, and I'm not wrong, because that would suck. So we're going to go ahead and pop the top back on this case for now, as I don't really need to have that off. So that's going to go back in there. Hopefully it's just going to go and sit back in there, which it does, and you just push it back into place, and that's not going anywhere. So we're going to figure out how to take the back off here. So what we're going to do is we're always going to start with the side that we normally take off, which is going to be the left side of the case here, because that's the business end of the case if you want. So these screws are always way too tight when they come from factory. I'm going to see if I can budge them with my hand, and I think I can. So we're going to get this top screw off here, and they are thumb screws, so you do not have to worry about, you know, fiddling around with screwdrivers. Normally when you buy a case straight away and it comes from the factory, the thumb screws will be too tight and you will probably need a screwdriver, but that's just for safety. So all we're going to do is just give that a little pull there, and this is going to come off, and wow, this looks really nice inside. So we get our NovaTech Vortex installation guide, which is pretty cool. It shows you all the parts of the PC there. I'll see if I can show you guys that there. So it's pretty cool. And on the back we've got some other information which I'm probably not going to read because I like to fiddle with stuff. So let's have a look here. So on the inside of the case, and it looks really big. It looks like we're going to have plenty of room to put stuff in here. You can see we have all of our case cables and stuff, which is going to be for the USB headers at the top and all that kind of stuff, which is obviously going to need to go on a motherboard. Sorry, you guys can't see me on camera. We also have that 140mm fan in the back. You can see we actually have here, this is a CPU cutout, so in case you want to fit any aftermarket or bigger air coolers or something like that, you're going to be able to do it from the other side of the case without actually having to take the motherboard out itself. So that's really nice to have there. You can see at the front we have a load of bays. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bays here, which look like they're to mount SSDs or smaller 3.5-inch drives. And then up the top here, you can see we just have a turning mechanism. So I'm just going to turn that, and that's going to do something. I don't quite know where these... Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So sorry about that, guys. You can actually slide drives in this way. There's room for 1, 2, 3, 4 drives here. I think they are just your standard hard drives. You know, I don't actually have one laying around at the moment, but just your standard hard drives will go in here. And all you need to do is to turn it, to tighten it and loosen it. So these are toolless bays, which are really nice because you don't really want to be having tools around now. I know sometimes it's better, but I prefer toolless myself, so you know I kind of like it this way. So that's pretty much it. And of course, if you go down here to the very bottom bay of the case, sorry guys, this is some real bootleg recording. I'm just going to take this bay out here, and you can see actually fitted into the bay. If I could get my grubby paws on it without it going everywhere. Here we go. Kind of. We have our bits and bobs pretty much. So we're going to take a look at that. So I'm just going to pop the case down just here. I'll leave it in view for you guys. Of course, we got our box. Now this came in one of these trays, and of course these trays are removable and they are toolless. So all I'm going to do is just put that back where it should be, slide it in without a problem, goes in all nice. So here we have a box. We're going to take a look inside this box real quick, and we are going to find a big bag. That's a lot of screws. So in here we have all sorts of stuff. As with a good case, as you'd expect, we do get some cable ties and all that kind of stuff. One thing you guys should be aware of, actually, right here, is I shop at NovaTech quite a lot, and there is a big bag of long cable ties. There's 100 cable ties in here. This cost me £3.59, and you can pick these up at NovaTech, and they're absolutely brilliant. They do the job really well, really easy to cut with scissors as well, so you know, no problem. I will definitely be using these when I transfer over to this case. So again, we have all kinds of stuff here. I'm definitely going to be reading the manual. If I just open this real quick and show you guys something that I just noticed actually. I can find it right here. I'm going to grab this little bugger, and you can see, now with this, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to read it, but just on the side there, because my camera is really bad, it says speaker, and goes into the speaker on the motherboard. That is a motherboard header. So plonk it on the motherboard, pretty much. There's loads of other stuff in here that we're going to be taking a look at. Now, I will be doing a build in this case tomorrow, so you guys will get to see that on video. If you want to hang around my channel, you can see that. And other than that, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. I will definitely try and get the camera angle set up a little bit better next time. I know obviously it wasn't ideal because the camera is actually facing this way and I'm kind of sat over here, and obviously there's not really much room. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it wasn't too bad, and drop me a comment, let me know what you think of the case. I think it's brilliant. This case cost me £50, and that is it, 50 English pounds. That's incredibly cheap. It's built off the Corsair 400, I think it's the Carbide 400 or the 400R, so it really is a fantastic case and it feels amazing. And one thing I do want to show you before we go though is I want to show you guys the other side of the case, and that is because obviously cable routing, cable management. Now this sucks a lot. I really don't like doing cable management. It's not a thing that I'm very fond of. It's the last thing I want to do in a build, but it has to be done, and the better it's done, the better it will be. So we're going to take a quick look here. There we go. Wow. Okay. So this is fantastic. So there is, I'll try and show you guys that there is plenty of room down here to allow cables here. You can see the CPU cut out much better now. And the thing I want to point out with this case that's key is look at these grommets. These are fantastic cable routing grommets. And down here you've got your grommet here for your 24 pin. It's absolutely brilliant. You've got a cutout here which you could bring the 8 pin through. I mean, this really is a fantastic case. So I can't actually explain that they've even routed the cables for you through the drive bay here, right at the front for the two 120mm fans, and they've grommeted it through here, which it just looks fantastic. So this right here is the NovaTech Vortex. It cost me £50 and 99 pence if you really want to get technical. I highly suggest you guys check this case out. I was looking at the Zalman Z9 Plus, I was also looking at the Zalman Z11 Plus, and I was looking at this because again, the Zalmans are not full towers, they are mid towers. This is a full tower. It's a big ass full tower, and I highly recommend it for a first tower. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked the case. It's absolutely fantastic in my opinion. Give you guys one more look at that side because it's really pretty. And I'll see you guys soon for a good build in it. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos on computer stuff because apparently I'm the tech guy.